Today, guys, we're going to be going over how to get the aesthetic frame. How do you get the body you want? How do you get that supermodel body? How do you get that beach body? How do you get the body you're happy about? I want to give you the step-by-step formula, and I want to show you how I was able to essentially achieve it straightforward and how you're going to do the same thing after watching this video. You're going to get the necessary information and skill sets to do it within 10 minutes. Straight to the point, high value per second. Let's get right into it. So guys, after my 7-year journey, I just want to give you the straight facts, what you need to be doing in a step-by-step process. And that's what I hope you get out of this video today. So let's get right into it. So when we're talking about the aesthetic body, the dream body, the supermodel body, we have to understand how we're going to do it. So the first question we have to ask ourselves is, what kind of body do we want to achieve? If you want, like for me, for example, I wanted to achieve the Michael B. Jordan Black Panther body. That was my dream body, and I had an end goal to relate to, what I needed to do and what the way I want to look. Of course, you're not going to be able to pinpoint the exact physique, but you can get a framework of how you're going to be able to do it because you can see it day in and day out. Small confidence, you complete a workout, you know what you're working towards, and it really gives you some, self-esteem boost knowing that you have a direction to go to, you have a North Star. And that was like one of the biggest things that I was able to essentially keep me motivated throughout my journey because I had something to essentially work towards. I knew what I was doing because I had the vision in my head. I was able to picture it, and then I was gonna work on it each and every single day. The second thing, what I want you guys to do is we have to understand that our framework of our body relies on our shoulders. Our shoulders are a big part of how our body looks. And if we can increase the size of our shoulders, because our shoulders are the frame or foundational framework of how we're going to get it, then we can increase the V taper and we can get a wider chest. And that is essentially a huge part of the aesthetic look. So when we're talking about shoulders, guys, we need to be overloading on compounds and progressive overloading. When we do two variables like this, that's how we're going to increase the size. So when I talk about progressive and compound overloading, guys, is the ability to hit multiple muscle groups simultaneously and the ability to increase the amount of times you hit the muscles, not from one or two, but maybe 3 to 5. When you do this and you compound it over time, now you're going to see numbers stack. You're going to see muscle growth stack. You're going to see results stack, and you're going to cut the time in half. And the way we're going to expedite this and put it on steroids is progressive overload. We're going to take these results and increase the weight over time to really build the size of our shoulders. And, this is the step-by-step thing that I wish I knew earlier because it would have totally changed the body I had, and not 7 years, but maybe 3 to 4 years if I took this advice. So make sure we are essentially using compound and progressive overloading. And again, just to reiterate, because I know progressive overloading could be a little confusing because I was a little confused when I heard it, is essentially the ability to increase the weight you do over time. So you're not staying stagnant at the same weight, you're increasing the weight, you're dropping down the reps, and you're actually building more muscle quicker. So for example, if you're repping at a comfortable range of 135 from 6 to 8, 8 to 9, then what you're going to do is increase the weight. So you're going to increase the weight, and then you're going to drop down the amount of reps you do, and then you're going to rinse and repeat. You do this with compound overloads. Compound overloading, guys, is the ability to do compound lifts. So if we're doing shoulders, there's machine presses, there's Smith machine presses, there's dumbbell presses. There's so many ways of going about it. And to overcome, the next point I want to essentially get into is to achieve the aesthetic look. You have to make sure you're not allowing your body to stay stagnant. You're not going in progress plateaus. You have to use variation techniques. And what I want you guys to walk away with is the variation technique method, or just, I mean, it's not even a method, it's just a different way of thinking about it, is the ability to use different exercises to hit the same muscle group. For example, if we're talking about a bench press to hit the entire portion of your chest, we can use a standard bench press, we can use a Smith machine press, we can use a dumbbell press, we can use machine-based press. So many different ways of hitting that muscle. And you may think, because I thought this, it's the same thing. It's not. It's a different angle, it's a different variation, it's a different time under tension, and it's a different mind-muscle connection. When you incorporate different variation techniques, not only for compound lifts, but also isolation lifts. So again, take the same thing. So say we're going to do, let's do our rear delts. So we talk about the back part of the shoulder. If we're talking about an isolation movement, there's different ways to go about it. You could do the reverse pec deck. So, that's one way. You can use dumbbells. You could use machine based. There's 3 different ways right there. And that really allows us to essentially get the results but in a different variation form. So that's very crucial. And the third part I essentially want to get into is the diet. The diet is really crucial for us because essentially we have to be eating right to sustain and progress these results. If you have a terrible diet, you're just not going to see the results because you don't know what you're eating. So a little quick cheat sheet for your macros right now is what I want you guys to do is have a high protein intake, anywhere from 1 to 1.4 grams per pound of body weight. For example, if you weigh 170 pounds, you should be eating 170 grams to 240. That's a good range right there. That's what I do. So that's how I kind of I base it off as. But try to aim for the 1 gram per pound if you're starting out. It's very difficult, but you'll get the hang of it. And remember, guys, if it was easy, everyone would do it. So that's a good way of going about it. Your carbs. This is a big one. Do not deplete all your carbs. It's simply a quick fix solution, and we know quick fix solutions are not sustainable. And essentially, when we go back to our old ways, we essentially go back, but then we essentially maybe gain more weight, whatever our goal was, because we didn't learn the necessary information or skill sets. So please don't do that. What I want you to revert to essentially is complex carbs, the ability to eat complex carbs and essentially feel full for longer periods, have it's going to be higher in fiber, it's going to be less calories, and it's going to be a lot healthier. When you do stuff like this, and a little pro tip I actually want to throw in, use a complex carb before you work out because it gives you a quick energy boost and it maximizes the full muscle exertion when you're working out. So you get a productive workout. And then essentially we have our last part, our fats. Our fats are really important for us, but what I want you guys to remember is our fats are high in calories. So if we look at fats, it's 9 calories per 1 gram. Protein and a carb are 4 calories per 1 gram. So it's 2x. So please be mindful of the portion sizes you're using. So that's kind of the big picture. Again, guys, I want to make this quick, short, high value per second, and I hope I give you the way to unlock the aesthetic look. I even want to throw in a bonus tip right now because you guys stayed to the end and you know how much I appreciate everyone watching these videos is make sure you prioritize less is more. You're gonna be like, what? So when we talk about this, guys, less is more. You don't need to be in the gym 3 hours a day. You don't need to be eating 15 meals. Make sure you give your body time to rest and recover. You need a good 30 to 60-minute workout each day. Make sure you hit your macros. And when you do stuff like this, just let your body recover and these results will stack over time. So I hope that was helpful. Again, guys, I appreciate you staying to the end of this video. I try to make these quick and short, and I really want you guys to walk away with something valuable, and I hope I did just that. Again, guys, as always, if you thought this video was helpful, make sure to smash that subscribe button, give me that thumbs up, or click that like button as well because it really makes me understand that stuff like this helps you and it really helps you accomplish your dream body at a quicker rate. As always, guys, please leave a comment down below of what you thought was the most helpful tip and what you're going to start implementing starting today, not tomorrow, but today. So as always, guys, thank you for watching another great video on the channel, and I'm very excited to really be along with your journey in your fitness endeavors because we know how hard it is. So again, guys, thanks for watching another great video on the channel, and we'll go ahead and see you in the next one.